Let me say welcome to the great program, Bottom Up Liberia. Uh, this program comes to you every Friday and or every Tuesday and Friday, but with a special edition on any day of the week. Like today, Thursday, the 28th of October 2020, or November, that is 2024. My name is Linford Goer from Norway, and my colleague Paul the Lord Chiloply is well seated there in his studio in London. Um, and together we'll be teaming up to bring you this very special edition of the Bottomland Liberia. And this edition of the Bottomland Liberia will basically look at um, a man that a lot of people describe as great in the sense of different aspects of life. And that man is no other person than the late former senator of Nima County, former warlord Prince Yelube Johnson. We'll be trying to just briefly, because Prince Johnson lived 72 years on this earth, and he went through a lot of things, and some of which you know better than us. But we'll just try to put everything in a nutshell for the next few minutes. We'll be here. So together, Paul and I will be doing our best. So let me say welcome to you, Paul. I see you are well seated.
Well, good evening, Linfo, and to our viewers and our friends and family in the US. I want to take this time to say happy Thanksgiving to them. They're celebrating their Thanksgiving today. And also to the people, my friends and family from Nima County, I want to say our sympathy to those of the Nimale, and also sympathy to Prince Johnson, his family, before we dive into all of this. So he was how to call it, what I would say, this guy have made history in Liberia. We may hate it or we may like it, and that's the truth. He was able to bring what, three presidents into office, and this guy, whatever he did, he died as a what, legislature. So he will be given a state burial. We have to consider all that into consideration. So yes, it's going to be bad to have a discussion. Who is this Spring Johnson? The man who had a lot of people, the man who brought joy to a lot of people. Very controversial person. So yes, Linford, we'll have a discussion on this.
Okay. Thank you so much, Paul. And I like the way you laid the premise. Prince Johnson was not just one ordinary guy. He, for some reason, he did all the most offensive things on earth, and at the same time, a lot of people hailed him. I mean, hailed him as a hero. So we'll be diving into that. But at the same time, I don't know if Paul has any newspaper for us that we can look into or anything like that. But we've decided to make this particular edition of the program exclusively as a Prince Johnson, a tribute to Prince Johnson, not in full, but at least just for the occasion tonight. And we'll be right back. And when we come back, we're going to be going into knowing who Prince Johnson is. How did he get into in the political lifeline of Liberia and so on, up to his death? That he even had to die in office during his third term as senator of Nimba County. So, Paul, if you have any musical interlude for us, we can take it, and then when we get back, we'll go into our business.
So what we'll do, because we're promoting the diaspora Liberian visit, so we'll just take a quick interlude onto that one, and we'll ask our viewers that journey us. We are kindly asking you, please share the show tonight. It will be very interesting. Kindly share the show. I mean, we want to dive into who was Prince Johnson, the very controversial Prince Johnson, the good and the bad Prince Johnson, the man who brought three presidents into office, the man who brought a vice president also. We want to talk. So kindly share the show, and we want the viewers to also have a comment. And if we'll put a question out there, we'll ask the viewer to answer some of these questions. It's necessary. We want to know who was Prince Johnson. People came closer to Prince Johnson and knew him. So talk to us. We really want to know who is this guy that is hated and that is loved. So to those of you that will be traveling to Liberia, the government of Liberia have set up the diaspora office that promoting the December trip. So we just want to take you through this. If you go into Liberia, there'll be a lot of things going on in December. So we're asking you while you're sharing the show to kind of listen to this little advertisement that we have for the diaspora Liberia.
Hey, yo, LB, we outside.
Diaspora Liberian Annual Return 2024 is going to be December 1st to the 31st.
So we are calling on all Liberians in the diaspora to come home to celebrate the Diaspora Liberia Annual Return.
It's an amazing adventure. Come and eat your favorite tabagi, your pan butter, your beans, the cassava leaf. Guys, visit Liberia, come and experience some of the amazing tourist destination we have here.
And it's all about our culture and tourism.
That's it.
If you don't hear about our culture and tourism before, then December you will get out in there.
This is also a call to all diaspora Liberians to be here in Liberia in December specifically. We are encouraging everybody to be a part of this wonderful program as we celebrate our heritage and our annual return.
We outside.
It's going to be so great. So come visit Liberia and let's tour this beautiful country together. See ya.
Yes.
Great Sweet Liberia. Where are you, Linford? Good.
Yeah, the Great Sweet Liberia. And I remember that music by Jack and Jiva. That was a beat, and that was a strong song of unity. And every time I hear this song, it reminds me of the old Liberia that I grew up in, and how people loved each other, how people cared at the time for each other, and Liberia was truly a land of sweet land of liberty. But like we said, Liberia is sad today. Take it or leave it. No matter what Prince Johnson was, what he did, some of the gruesome things he did, he was still a Liberian. That's a uniqueness about us. Even if we are as good as, I don't know what is the best thing on earth, we are still Liberians. And if we are bad, we are still what? Liberians. So if one of us fall, you have mixed feeling. You'll find out that some people who really love this person that fell by the wayside. And then you also see people who really hate this person. So this is how we are. We are humans, and you don't expect that we all will love the same thing. That's why Paul has a white shirt on tonight, or light blue shirt, or whatever it is, and he got a beautiful shades on, or or reading glasses on. And I have a ordinary gray t-shirt. You see, so we will love, and they say beauty lies on the eyes of the beholder. So people will have different choices. Identical twins will not like the same thing, or else two twins will marry one man or one woman. But Liberia woke up this morning to the sad news of the demise of former Nima County Senator Prince Y. Johnson. And this name is very, 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 very popular in Liberia, for the good and for the bad. Okay, yeah. When you hear about Prince Johnson, the first thing nowadays, that will run to people, man, war crimes code. During the wartime, when you hear about Prince Johnson, the bad man come in, the man can kill people. Okay, then time for election, when you hear about Prince Johnson, that the man who can make king. So, like Paul said, this man was very controversial. At one point, everybody was loving, or not everybody, but 90% of the people love Prince Johnson. Then a certain point came, oh no, when you hear the name, your spirit will go out of you. Okay? And so this is the man he was. But upon hearing the news this morning, the first play I saw was, I went on my Facebook, it just appeared. Somebody posted that Prince Johnson is dead. And under that comment, a lot of people, everybody was swearing the guy who posted this thing. Your man would die, your mother would die, that your people, you don't respect, all kinds of comments. Then in the next 10 minutes, then I started seeing the news coming. First I thought the guy, because guys would just post stupid thing, for the major actors like Chuck Norris and all the people, they can post and say they put one crash car, the man dying accident, all kind of things. So I thought I was just one of them, But then after the 10 minutes, then I started reading all kinds of comments. Then I started looking for, sources. Then I followed closing argument. And then the first group I heard from was Front Page Africa. Okay. So they started going to a house live, and then I knew that it was true. So Paul, upon hearing this news, how did you receive it? What happened? How will you feel upon hearing this news in the morning?
Thank you, Linford, and I'll say thanks to our viewers for following. Please share the show. I see Rahim, Reverend Rahim from Germany is also following us. I saw a few other persons. I don't know if you can see them, for need to just recognize few of our viewers, and we'll ask them to kindly share the show. We want you guys to kindly participate in the discussion, because there are a lot of people don't know about Prince Johnson. Everybody have their own thing about Prince Johnson. Linford, when I heard the news this morning, it came through one of our WhatsApp chat room. And then I decided to go on Front Page Africa, because usually when Front Page carries something, that is kind of reliable. When I saw that, the first instant I had, said, you know what? For me, I've been praying God for all those perpetrators in Liberia to face the war crime court. And Prince Johnson was one of those people that got away with it. And that's my feeling I had this morning. Say, wow, all of these things that people have been advocating that they should bring war crime court to Liberia, and these guys are in the ages that they have reached. Any one of us, even as we reach, even 2-year-old, today something happened to you. But delaying, there will be no justice for a lot of people that were hurt by Prince Johnson and others. So that was my first instance. I don't think there will be war crime court in Liberia, because politicians know why they delay. They think should have been done long time. As we all get older, we drop it one by one. So I don't think it's pointless now. And that was my feeling I had this morning. I had this Jack Daniel say the day the war crime code is established in Liberia, I would drink my Jack Daniel. So I started drinking my Jack Daniel, because that's the feeling I had in me. There will be no war crime code. All of them going one by one. By the time the war crime code is established in Liberia, there will be no one going to that court to say what? The main players are gone. That was my first instant when I received the news about Prince Johnson.
Okay, like I said, when I received the news first, it was shocking, because of late I've not heard that Prince Johnson was sick. I've not heard anything like that. Then I followed somebody who posted that Prince Johnson spent the weekend in Lima County, and I think he even had a program there, some kind of little program at his school, at his compound, and then he traveled to Monrovia yesterday, which was Wednesday, and then he fell off this morning. Probably I heard in his bathroom or something like that. He went off, and then he was rushed to the hospital, and he was pronounced dead. So then I was like, how? I was still trying. The first thing when I heard about it, I was trying to establish the cause of death, or what to first of all authenticate, because people could just write anything. But then here it turned out to be that he actually died. But the question then that comes to mind, Paul, is that, like you said correctly, will the war crimes could still come? Because this is one of the things that was lingering over Prince Johnson. This is one thing that Prince Johnson was well noted for, that whenever people talk about the war crimes code, it will appear he would believe that it was aimed at him, and he will always, guys, I'm a little bit slow in talking because I'm actually sharing the show, and that's the thing I want you to do. We'll get the ball kicking faster pretty soon. The moment I get through sharing this thing, but while I'm sharing, we stay talking. So Prince Johnson always felt that the war crimes code was directed at him. I remember some instances where he and Senator Darrell Dillon were almost crashing every day or clashing every day, and, and he would use some words of Dillon, feeling that Dillon was always teasing him whenever they talk about the war crime school. And like Paul rightly said, the war crime school took so long, and in fact, it's taking so long to come. And most of the perpetrators talk about Ahaji Nkrumah, talk about the late Roosevelt Johnson or Ulimo. The both Ulimo leaders died. Ulimo Roosevelt Johnson and Ulimo Ahaji Nkrumah, they both are demised. So if we look around, the major players in the war for now that are still alive, you can talk about Charles Taylor. You can also talk about Thomas Yaya Nimle. You can talk about who else?
The corner, the leg, I think the leg guy.
Corner, the learned guy. Then you can also talk about General Bodnicki. So those are a few of the people that are still around. So if the war crime school actually comes, like Paul was saying, you wouldn't have most of those people around anymore, and it would just be history. People will begin to say, oh, and then who will be answering questions? Because I think the intention of the war crime school is not to carry all these small beginnings that were carrying guns around, it's for the major players. But so it is. But the question that a lot of people will be asking, or people thinking, who is this Prince Johnson? Happy Thanksgiving to you, Real Says Pro. And for those of you, it's a lot of people on my board, but I can't see your name for some reason. So if it will be good, all of you watching us, write comments, write up. You can send your condolences to the bereaved family. You can say whatever you want to say. We don't want to restrict anybody. You can ask any question. You can express your sentiments. So the question a lot of people will be asking, Paul, who is Prince Johnson? How did Prince Johnson get to where he is or where he was even as senator? But we've tried our best to produce few video explanations. Picture speaks louder than words sometimes. So Prince Johnson was a career military man. He served in the armed forces of Liberia. And if you go to a TRC report, you will hear the full account of what happened to him, according to him. And but how did he become a warring faction leader? His story is long, but he escaped Liberia because he was accused, according to him, of plotting of being part of the Thomas Nkrumah party, and that's how he escaped. So when he escaped, he was recruited, according to him, by Charles Taylor, and they all trained in Libya. And they came to Liberia to get rid of the dual government. We all know the story. We don't need to sit down here and narrate the story. But when they came as a group, and that group was called the National Patriotic Front of Liberia, the NPFL. And the leader that everybody knows in Liberia for the NPFL is Charles Taylor, who is now serving jail sentence in the UK. Okay, and Prince Johnson was one of the most trusted men of Charles Taylor. So somewhere along the line, when they crossed and came to Liberia, they launched a war December 24 in Butu, and they were able to gain ground in very short time, relatively short time. And Prince Johnson, for some reason that he explained in his TRC report, broke away from Taylor because he said he didn't trust Taylor. Taylor was this and that. So he broke away from Taylor. And that's how he founded a group called the Independent RNP, the Independent National Patriotic Front of Liberia, which is the RNPFL. So there were two NPFL. One was independent and the other one was normal NPFL. And that's how he broke away. And when he broke away, he fought his way throughout and he came to Monrovia before Taylor. But when he got to Monrovia, the rest is story. He was able to capture Duo. That we'll also talk about later on. But along the way coming, Prince Johnson did a lot of things. Everybody heard about him. So he tried to, in this video that we'll play, he tried to explain some of what he did. And he also tried to see or to act like he was asking for forgiveness and that, so let's listen to him.
So before we listen to him, Linford, ask our viewers anything they know about Prince Johnson, because there are a lot of stories about Prince Johnson, and we would like to know some of the story about Prince Johnson. So it cannot be one-sided story. We want to interact with our viewers too, because Prince
Right.
Johnson did a lot of things across the beach. People on the other side, Nima, say he was a hero. So we want to know what did he really think that he did for Nima County, and what on the other side, why people so against him. That have a
Yeah,
this is a guy
let's have let's have a dialogue. I think Paul is right. Let's have a dialogue.
Yes.
You are right, Paul. I already forgot that part. We want to hear you. You can write. Say, yeah, Prince Johnson was my hero because, like, I read somewhere on the internet today. The guy said Prince Johnson was good to us. We that live on his bed, people wanted to massacre or he saved us. Then some people say, oh, that man, So I mean, it's just massive. But let's listen to him here and hear what he will say. And hear what he will say about himself.
And abandon the men there in Libya. So all these groups were brought on board. Saint Taylor knew that the men he had, though they were small in number, but very qualified, very tactical, very proficient. But what was lacking, according to him, was the obedience and submissiveness to him. So he had to bring other groups on board to neutralize this Liberian group. So we went through series of trainings, tactical trainings, airborne training, jungle warfare, whatever the case, all phases of military discipline we went through to come and attack Liberia. We wanted to attack Liberia, launching a seaborne attack, but the Strait of Gibraltar was blocked by the U.S. warships because there were sanctions on Libya at the time. So we couldn't make it. So we couldn't pass through Ivory Coast. And we thought we could pass through Ivory Coast, and that was the only hope for us. That was the only option. But we decided to use Sierra Leone. So Mr. Taylor said to us, look, so we cannot pass through the Strait of Gibraltar from here to launch a seaborne attack, stay in the high sea and come on shore with boats to launch the attack, and there's no way. Let's try Sierra Leone. Because once upon a time, MPFL that I am now head of today passed through Freetown, did not just pass there, but President Momo, who is still president at the time when we were in Libya, provided men for Kwangba to invade Liberia.
Okay, that was not actually the part I wanted him to talk about. I think the video just came because it's a long video. I try to key it to that particular area. But in the TRC report, Prince Johnson said that as I'm talking, I think I can find that part of the video. But this is just a narrative. What we're trying to do is we're trying to present a picture of the man. This man, who is he? How did he come this far? So you heard him that the train in Libya, they came to with the intention to come to overthrow the government of Dole, which they did. Okay, and when they came, they actually came and they did what they had to do. So I don't know if I can get this small part, but let me just take it from Raya and hear what you say. If it does not, then we'll continue with the rest of the story.
Fire and rocket-propelled grenades vibrating from the executive mansion, the home of the president, and also the Liberia Broadcasting Corporation, LBS. Shooting persisted throughout the morning until General Kwangba's voice was heard on television and on radio. I am General Thomas Kwong.
Okay, actually, we'll not waste our time on that video. Anybody who wants to find it, you can go to YouTube. The video is there. But the point, the basic fact about this here that we want to bring out is that Prince Johnson was a trained AFL soldier, and during the Kurumba incident, they all fled the country and they went, and then they regrouped under the MPFL and they came to Liberia, and then their aim was to overthrow the government. And Paul, I think you were in Liberia at the time, or maybe you were stay out of Liberia. What do you remember about that incident?
I was in Liberia during the Kurumba invasion, and after Kurumba invasion, I left Liberia. So the coming of 1989, I was not in Liberia. So the way they came, I was already out of Liberia. So I don't know much about their coming. I know what some of the things that happened, but before we got into There are few comments here I want the viewers to have because this is interaction. Look, this is where River said proceed. People who say he saved them on his base. Now, I think the base or where in Cornwall.
In Cornwall, yeah.
Yeah. So you look at that because I don't know. This is
But
because
River Pro is raising another issue here. He said people who say that the name was that savior were conditioned or programmed to say so. It is called operant conditioning in psychology. Yeah.
okay.
But,
So then Rebel said pro because we'll come to it. He also want to say he killed the council robber, an innocent man. So these are the things that. So what am I trying to say to balance the topic today? Prince Johnson, he was very controversial in his behavior, that good and bad. So he devil and he God. This is Prince Johnson of Liberia. When he support the political party, you forget about what he did. When he's not on your political party, he become devil. So this is the argument now in Liberia. Who was this Prince Johnson? The man who died as senator, the man who nearly equaled the record of President Tubman in terms of legislature, Tubman was the executive, he on the other side. He was going for what 27 years when this thing happened to him. So I just want now. There's another comment there. Take us through Linford so we can have.
My own friend Jackie Darcy. Jackie is saying that two things can be true at the same time. Someone can be bad or someone can be good to you and be bad to me. Different experiences. And so this is just to counter the statement by, I think, I don't know whether Jackie meant to counter that, but in my mind, this statement counteracts that of Roses Pro, where he said people were conditioned. No, listen, I lived in, even me here, I can testify, I lived in MPFL era during the wartime throughout from 1990 all the way. Okay, from 1990 July, I lived across MPFL control area until after election. And I worked there actively as a journalist. I all over the place, you know. So I met people who lived in MPFL area who hated Taylor to the ground that he works on. Then I also saw people who felt that this man, even if there were no Jesus Christ, they would take him to be their Jesus Christ. So, you know, that's true that Jackie is talking. You always see somebody, there's two ways, even me here, as maybe insignificant or irrelevant, or maybe I still got good friends and I got some bad friends. So you will never expect everybody to like you, especially when you've done some of the things that Prince Johnson did. Okay, so let's highlight the last one here by Jackie. Let's see what it says. It says the evil brought upon the people or upon the nation surpassed the good he did for few that were under his control. Yeah, you see, if you look at it from the larger, picture where they draw war and innocent people die. So if our statistics that over 250,000 to 300,000 people died, then you got maybe 200 people who say, oh, the man was good. That's nothing compared to the people that died, people who suffer. Okay? And so, this is the situation. But write your comments, who you think Prince Johnson is, whether he was a good man, he was a bad man, whether he should be revered, So,
and to our viewers, we also want to ask, the delay of the war crime court, do you think that this will ever happen? Because these people are in their 70s now, they die and they drop in. Do we still want the war crime court because all of them go in war, or we should just abandon the whole thing, except that people just die free in Liberia? People who committed hideous crime will not face justice. What are your thoughts to our viewers? Give us your thought on this.
Okay, let me give my thought.
Talk to us.
Let me give my thought on one person. I was reading, was it yesterday or today? I was reading yesterday or maybe today because it's late in the night. I mean, it's in the night, so it's like, a day gone. I saw Bob naked with his mother's picture, and his mother celebrating her birthday, her 72nd birthday, and Bob naked wrote a long thing. But the introduction is that my mom is 72 years old, and I am 58 years, and he went on narrating all the story about how, you know, his mother almost died, his parents, and blah 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 blah. But he was paying tribute to his mother, his living mother, who is still alive at 72, and he is 58. So when you say that the delay in bringing this war and economic crimes code, especially the war crimes code, will probably cause most of the people not to face justice, I think I want to start with you too, because Bob nigga is 58. The guy will soon be 60 like me. And you know, we are going, the age is getting there, the guy's getting older. So
Exactly.
anybody can die, young people can die, old people can die. So, you know, I think if the war crimes code will come, let it come. Because like we name few of the people, right? Archie Kruger is gone from Ulimo K. Roosevelt Johnson is gone from Ulimo J. So you can't hold nobody in Ulimo now. So Ulimo not
They go. Now Prince Johnson gone. They
yeah,
going.
Prince Johnson gone. So the IMPF are
Yeah.
gone. So we still got Taylor, and Taylor is serving. So even if you bring the
So-
war economic crime, you not go bring Taylor from the UK to bring him to
And
Liberia.
Taylor is in prison for life because they gave him 50 years. He in
Yeah, so
70
you can't go
school.
bring him from there. Then you got Thomas Yaya Nimle for Lord. I mean for model. Then you got the corner guy for Lord. So we got about, I think, Bornike. So you got Bornike, Yaya Nimle, Lord, George Bully. So I think you can count about 4. It's on one finger. The number is on one finger right now. So I think the war economic crimes code should be
Yes,
established.
Jackie is saying, yeah, the code is still necessary for the people who
Those who
still
are
alive.
alive and committed atrocities. Yeah. But and Jackie, we say the same thing. The thing, there's a few people, like I said, the number is on the fast on one hand now. Just 5 fingers now. You got Bole, you got Yaya Nimle, you got Kone, you got Bonige, and who else? Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, they keep dragging. They keep dragging because they're doing all kind of things. By the time they settle that code, even Bob Naked will be 72.
Oh no! As long as he's still alive, you can be 100. As long as he's still
Yeah,
alive,
but I'm just here. By the time he reach 70, the people who already 70, they be gone. So may have 1 or 2 places. So this is the point. Anyway, look at this comment here from Riverside Pro.
so we have Jackie, we have to consider a lot. What if those people were merely Nimbayans? Will not be fair. Will not be a fair representation of the Liberian people. Okay, I don't know where his comment is coming from, but the thing is, the very Nima country, you know, I'm one person I hate to generalize all the time. There are people in Nima that do not agree with Prince Johnson. You know, people would think you don't even know how much crimes or murder Prince Johnson committed in Nima County. You will not know. But because it's Nima, and one thing about nobody, Nima people, they get a gravel end. You can be killing there. They can't, men will still be coming. You know, the ground air remote small. This will kind behind our house. So we can put a fire. the more you kill them, the more they come in. So for them, they'll always back each other. They can die for each other. Said no problem. They are my uncles. They are my people. I know them. So, but there are one people who love their people. So no matter what Prince Johnson did there, some people they will say believe that he's their hero. And people try to travel last the whole thing. You know, yeah. Now the people hated Nima County for Prince Johnson and business. They say people hated Nima County. No.
So, Linford, there's some interesting thing here because what happened, Doe was a terror, Prince Johnson was, Taylor, all of them. Now, interestingly, Prince Johnson killed Doe, but nobody know where Doe was buried. And funnily, when Doe then overthrew Tobo, their body was dumped in Central Street. So Tobo don't have a grave, and Doe too we don't know where he's buried. Now, Prince Johnson, of all people, he's going to get state burial because he died as a legislator.
Yeah, this is life. This is where life is not balanced. Now, you know, Prince Johnson was very controversial, like I said, or like you said before. Prince Johnson will say one thing today, and tomorrow you say another thing. I will not say they say. I say could mean anyway. Say live for say. 1982. I mean, or 92. We were running the radio station in Habel. 1992. I don't remember the month, but it was if it's not between February to March, or it will be March to April. We arranged from Habel. We arranged a visit because there were some journalists that were working with Prince Johnson. We arranged a visit to Prince Johnson base. Were 6 journalists that went plus our driver was 7. We went on Prince Johnson base.
What was his base? You have to make it specific.
They call it base.
Okay.
It was the first time that I lay out on the map of Prince Johnson. We drove from Habel. We got to Prince Johnson base almost around 10 o'clock, 10 something. We passed through Monrovia, Central Monrovia. And we saw a delegation at Prince Johnson at the Carway Bridge to the bridge there to welcome us, and we drove. Prince Johnson Bay was as clean. The road was graded, everything clean. We went to a place, we sat down under the big plum tree. So, and I said, I entered territory during the war time in July. I know how the boys were ruthless. They used to just move around. Even if still here, see the point moving around. But Prince Johnson Place, the moment we entered, we went, they brought long plain bench. The one we used to use in the classroom, we sat down. All the bodyguard out there, their back was turned to us. They looking. They surrounded already, their back turned to the bush. I mean, to us, the faces on the other side. Prince Johnson was staying inside. We sat down for more than 30 minutes. The first person we saw was one old man. They called General Legging, short papier like that. One general, he was sitting there with us talking. Then, after like 30 minutes, Prince Johnson came outside. Prince Johnson was wearing a jean trouser with white shirt, white polo t-shirt, the polo t-shirt with the color, right? Green color and green something right here. I vividly remember. I will not call my colleague's name. I will call my son's name. He was sitting down on the bench like that. Prince Johnson came, he sat down right near me, between me and my friend. He said, "Oh, my man, you're not sitting down." So I dressed. Paul, the thing I'm telling you, one side of the piece of my paw was sitting down on that bench because I almost like falling. I know got this to know that this is the Prince Johnson man we've been here about.
Right.
So sat down with Prince Johnson and we ate with him everything. They cook, they kill chicken, they kill the chicken. They say let eat our hand, we eat our hand. Prince Johnson, I'm not saying they say I said this thing before, so I get repeating not because he's there. I said it before here on the same show. Prince Johnson carried us inside. Say you can see your president. So I thought I'd do a picture or whatever. He had a glass, small glass. No glass cover.
Yeah.
So two hands with finger bones, on the bones, and his skull sitting there. He said, with a cap on the head, military cap. He said, President here.
That was President Doe.
Yes. And after that, we all came outside. Then we dressed. He dressed in a full military uniform. Now we did the interview with the video, everything. We left Prince Johnson in peace. In fact, we were there the whole day before we could go. After frying hot, then he took out on the mirror. He had one small shower. We went there, we all drank. We were drinking there in the evening. So, okay, you're gonna come back next week again. I want to talk to my old man now. The way you're coming, and we're establishing a good relationship. The following week, we went to Prince Johnson peace again, but we didn't stay there that long because we had to go to Montreal to do some other things. See it? So for Prince Johnson to come back again and say that he buried Doe and then he dug Doe body and he put it in the river or he burned it. So he was giving conflicting information. And I didn't say I was there alone. We were 6 journalists plus our driver was 7.
So that is Prince Johnson for you.
That is Prince Johnson.
Yeah.
Very controversial. He will say one thing today and tomorrow he will say another thing. But
so to you, Linford, so today you have a lot of people crying that he did good things for. Then on the other side of it, people that he hurt, if the justice was not done to them, that he got away with it free. I'm not a student of psychology, but if this happened to you, what would be going through your head that, people saw Prince Johnson murdering their family in front of them, and today they get her, they were waiting that this guy go to court. It never happened. What do people be going through today? We know on the other side, people that he helped, they crying. So this is the main feeling in Liberia. So if you have a relative that Prince Johnson murdered, that were Riverside Pro said the council robber, our most famous musician, he killed him for nothing. So what would a family of the council robber be feeling today?
Yeah,
those are the things.
I think that's a very interesting question. But what I do know is that death is death. Okay, he killed people, and he fell off and died. We don't know when people die. I don't have experience, so I don't know whether when you lie down and get sick and die, whether you get hurt, taking that last or putting out that last breath, or if you got shot. Well, I don't know. So none of us know. But death is death. The only regret, like you said correctly, the only regret a lot of people will have is that, oh, we wanted to see this man going before the court to explain why he killed our people. I think that would have been fair enough. But it is as it is. He did not face the court, but in any case, he still faced death. But the interesting thing, what I saw today at Prince Johnson's house, I saw people coming. I got a video. I saw people coming, rushing. Yeah, some people, even down to our VP, Jeremiah, when he got there, you were trying to play man, but he couldn't make it. He shouted, he yelled. I said it was men and women, everybody crying. People were running and rolling all on the floor. Then I was like, wait. So Prince Johnson was killing people, and those people he killed, their parents did not even see some of their body. Their family did not see some of their body. They didn't know how that people were killed. And then this man died a peaceful death that nobody harmed him. And then people crying like this. So what is it? How are they feeling? That he was so important more than the other people? Or so it's just controversial. And Prince Johnson, I think he was born as a controversial child, and he lived controversial life. And he's not even a Johnson. He also explained how he got a Johnson name because he lived with some people called Johnson. So Prince Johnson was born controversial. He lived controversial life. And I think he ended up because this is a man who just came from Nima County yesterday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning he's dead with no sickness. But I think Paul, in a video that we play, we heard Prince Johnson say the aim of coming to Liberia was to get rid of Doe, right?
The issue I raised about what become of the people. Look what Fede is saying here. The war crown coach should still come out. Those who finance the war, the financier, should be also responsible. I think that's a valid point.
Yeah. And this is where the war crimes code become interesting, because there were people who fought the physical war, right? Or who engineered the physical war. There were people who sponsored it, and there were people who even born the idea. See it? So it's gonna extend. But I don't know, should I say the only regrettable part is that the small people who are fighting the war will not face the war crimes code, because, and I think it's fair enough, because imagine most of the children got caught up for nothing. I left my house July 2 to go to work because I live around the Pinsway Town Hall area during the war time. I went to work and then they walk in. So when the guys entered the radio station that morning, I never went back to my house. From there straight, I ended up in Kakata. So can you imagine? So what if I was one of those people who want to fight and then I joined to fight? So because I entered Kakata with one trousers and one shirt, no shoes. You see it? So a lot of these children were coerced into doing what they did. And then they started probably enjoying it and even going the extra mile. So if you say you're going to carry these people, the small soldiers, we will call them, if you want to carry all of them, Liberia will almost be empty because almost everybody was involved in one of the wars or with one of the factions. So, I think
the River Separate want to call in. The number is on the screen. You can call and make and have your say on this. It's very interesting. Yeah. So to our viewers, you can call in or drop your comments. Let's follow because this Prince Johnson thing, it been around for over 30 plus years. And some people
while we're waiting for that course, I think we should roll a video how their mission was accomplished when they came to Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah. So as a matter of disclaimer, this video has some graphic content, but we apologize to our viewers for watching it. It's not our creation. We're just reviewing who this man is, the man called Prince Johnson. Okay. Sorry. First of all, I have to. I don't. We sorry. We are really sorry. You know, this is something that is abrupt. I mean, the death of Prince Johnson. Nobody actually envisaged it. Nobody knew that it was going to happen. So everything is just haphazard. But we just want to throw light. We know that a lot of you know these things, but we just want to throw light so that people will know where we are today as a people. What happened during the war, so that we'll know and start a new life or new page. Okay, so here is the video. Like I said, also sorry for the graphic content, but that's it. Let's see. Okay.
Sunshine calling, emergency over. Tango, let the sunshine. If you are listening to me, this emergency over. Tango, come in. I want to speak to Mr. Porter or the U.S. ambassador over. We are men. Yes. I don't play with people. Right? I'll fool you. Right? I will kill you. I told the Nigerian man, I don't want to kill you. I told him, shut door in the ship. All the officers should go. And they never hesitate. I said, I don't want to shoot door. I issue order not to fire you. Shut door in the ship. They don't want to do it. Guys, the people come for reinforcement. While we were trying to question the matter, they sent 3 RPG opposition in faith. So I ordered to fire you, your men, and protect you alive. And I'm a humanitarian. If I spare you, people may come. They can't come, I tell you now. All those connected, I will free them. They fool you.
Well, you saw. So this was the purpose that it came, and so you know who this Prince Johnson is. First, AFL soldier. He and the Theredo were in the army together. They served together. Something happened. They broke up. He ran away, went and joined another group to come and get rid of his own friend. Paul, talk to me. How controversial could one man be like this?
Well, that's the interesting thing. I think we need a psychologist on the program who have studied, let's say Prince Johnson, because sometimes he become mentally unstable and sometimes he do something. And so Prince Johnson as a whole was very untrusted. This is the guy that you sign paper with him, the next day he betray you. Remember Prince Johnson met Doe before that incident. Yeah. So what happened? They met, but then in the end, when he called Doe, he couldn't forgive Doe. So that is Prince Johnson for you. See? So that's it is where it is, man. He was now true for person. And to our viewer who want to call in, the lines are open. The number is on the screen there. Call, let get your view.
Yeah, I also posted a number on the chat line, so you can call and let's see what you want to say. But again, like we said, this program is all today about the man Prince Johnson. He's no more. Prince Johnson, with all the things about him, he rose from the military to become a rebel and rebel leader. Then from rebel leader, he came to politics and he made significant impact on Liberian politics, evidenced by his nearly 20 years or 19 years, nearly 19 years as what? Senator. And not only becoming senator for all those years, but creating a very big impact on who to become president in the country, to the point where political leaders or political parties were gambling just to have Prince Johnson on their side. We remember during this or recently ended elections, our now president, who was then Kennedy, and former vice president Joe Biden said he can even dance with the devil. Uh, Metaphorically speaking, referring to Prince Johnson, because Prince Johnson was seen as that person with this war crown thing hanging over his head, and so people were kind of a little bit hesitant to do business with him. So um, Joe Parker said is even if possible he can dance with the devil. But we have our first caller here on the line, Paul. If you wouldn't mind, we can take our first caller. Yeah. So caller, what's your name and tell us what you feel?
Yeah, this is me, Russell Sport. How you doing?
We're great. We are great. And you?
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we are hearing you very well. Do not listen to any device. Just talk.
Okay. As for me, I don't think Prince Johnson a positive on society. I mentioned the people that were killed on his base, and a lot of them were continuing to say what is because it was the only alternative. In psychology, those things happen because they were programmed, they were conditioned. So when it comes from there, they kind of like felt that of the two alternatives they had, Prince Johnson was the best one. But that it doesn't reflect, and then we have to look at the size of the people that claim to have been helped by Prince Johnson. They are minority as compared to those that were, those that were killed, those that were raped. There were people raped on our base. We were not talking about some people. I know people who were raped on our base by the guy and his people. But because of the stigma, you don't want to go out there and rape Liberian people. So those are some of the things. And then lastly, this whole story about a lot of people being calling that. Don't put a lot of children in the thing. Look, the late Charles Judy was asked on the dying bed. Now remember, Charles Judy was the guy that people said he carried all the massacre. They asked that guy. They said, "Did you bring Charles Judy to that story? It doesn't exist." In Rwanda today, you can go and see massacre. Nobody up to now, nobody can show that particular area that did them. Now, don't get me wrong. They committed a lot of atrocities against the Nima, against politicians, against a lot of people. But that story was the story of it was the bare rock of Nima people defending Prince Johnson. That story does not exist because there is no evidence. Nobody has seen forensic evidence to say the children were buried in this well. Look, 3 different Nibayan has shown 3 different locations. Nobody knows what that thing happened. So, as for the looting test, yes, I think everybody knows. Well, we have to be careful here. Prince Johnson, as far as I know, for me, I have no custody because I lost 2 family members in the war, and I believe he was the major perpetrator. He and Charles Taylor. And he was an economic plan coach. He was the major figure. So the court is never dressed on it, and the lack of reservation, people were resisting. They almost like we would live in the West when they grabbed the main drugs dealer. All the sports people, they are just snitches. They just get into tell on the beat down. Once they get the beat down, the other people they get better, they'll get Prince Johnson, once he's gone, just resistant. We're all APF and IAPF, they were never going to be transported, they were never going to be bonded, they were never going to be President Johnson, they were never going to be for all those fights. Okay. So thank you for having me. I'll be following the show.
No, hold on. I think we got a couple of questions. I got a couple of questions for you. So the first thing, let me say thank you for calling, but I got a feeling that you're talking the way you're talking because you lost close family member, reportedly or presumably at the hands of Prince Johnson. Is that the case?
Well, at the hands of the rebel retaliate, not yet. One of them died on Prince Johnson base. The circumstances surrounding the death is still in the war. They were 2 older brothers.
Okay.
But that's something only you guys. This is my first time to say it. I don't just I don't say it a lot because I don't want to carry that guilt outside of myself. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not just the reason. That is not a driving factor behind my. It's just in general. The war. Life was never the same again. look, so much happened to the war, and this man, he never had a chance to face justice. And you know, when I just made a great point, I even made a post of it. Joe never had a state burial. No. Yeah, he died. But this guy was a president. And Prince Johnson are going to have a state burial. They're going to use our resources. They're going to use taxpayer money. They're going to use people's salary in that blood to give him a big burial. Why a presidential can do up to now? The man couldn't even tell what the body was. Nobody knows. So, is that fair? Seriously.
Okay, my second question to you, probably my last, is I heard you mention that George Boley, so I will put Haji Nkrumah and Roosevelt Johnson in the same shoes. They also had a rebel organization, but you are saying that they came as resistance group. So and when war fights, people die. So they were fighting and people also died. So what are you trying to say? Are you saying that they should not be held responsible as well because they were resisting?
No, I'm not saying they shouldn't be held responsible, but they were not seen as major actors. Imagine, brother, the people, all those people they left them and went for Charles Taylor alone. That is an indication. Something should tell you like, wait, what was going on? Charles Taylor. Even though people say it was, Sierra Leone War, but we all know it just wasn't about the Sierra Leone War. Now, those people, I'm not saying that they did not take part in the war, but the logic is, if there wasn't going to be a Prince Johnson and a Charles Taylor, there was never going to be George Boley and things. So the material people, they had their own account too. They said, okay, the same way they say, because I was in Liberia 21, the same way Prince Johnson, people say, well, this man wanted to white Lima country off the map. The same way the material people do. The material people say, I let go of the material people left. We were crying our neighbors. Brother, I'm telling you, we never saw those people anymore. We never saw them. People say they went to Guinea. They never came back after the war. And people say they got out, they got killed. So the same way the material people do, they will say, okay, we're not going to save us. The Bassa people, or the other Bassa people, LPC, all those guys, they will say, well, we need to save our people too. So in essence, what I'm saying is, yes, they took part in the war, but they are not as significant when it comes to the War and Economic Crime Code as much as Prince Johnson was.
But
Prince Johnson killed a
but they can face. Yeah, but they can face the War and Economic Crimes. The War Crimes Code if it comes.
Yeah, only they were facing. Even the Congo war. Yeah, but look at the people that grabbing right now. So I find the Congo thing. All the people that grabbing were the top people. All the regular guys like the two like director and other people that say they ain't even touching that. So they just tell you that they want to put more resources. They don't want to take that quote I heard. You need to try one person. I think almost 500,000. If you read it, they're doing that thing. So they don't want to put resources into people that born naked people. They got to put the resource into a guy like Prince Joseph. Then he would be able to explain like the killing of the sets of Fort Cali, a lot of things you got to explain. But when they were persecuting other people. I'm not saying they are beyond persecution, but I think the resources was to be directed mainly, just like they spend money to lock Charles Taylor, or the resources was to be directed mainly at Prince Johnson. Then maybe they say you want to then maybe he can see what he want to say. But I think he was the primary target, and when he gone out, I can see that more economic cracking having any momentum.
Yeah.
Get me wrong, but I don't know.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. No, I think I agree with him because this guy was a big fish among the perpetrator. He's gone now. I don't think there'll be war and economic crime code in Liberia. Yeah, it was. Now, probably they may have the economic code, but the war thing, I think is completely gone now. So you might have the economic code for those who've been eating the U.S. money. They will put money in it to have the economic code. But the war crime, I can't see that happening.
And before I leave, one of I will listen to I will follow this. I think one of you living in one of those Soviet countries. Look at the Bosnia thing. Look at now they got a slogan philosophy. They have billionaire places. They have a lot of these people that committed that but they wait for slogan philosophy. They still got there are people in the former Yugoslavia that committed a genocide against the Kurds or other people. But they wait for the big hair slogan.
Yeah, that's it.
Resources into the head. They don't want to go, looking for regulars, first soldier, and other things. That's how they operate, dude. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much for your contribution. We appreciate that, and that's what we want Liberians to do. Call, give us your views on the whole issue because, like we said, this is controversial. And what it lets me know. Okay, let me let you go. You stay listening, right? I can let you go. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Thank you so much.
So Linford, and to our viewers, Prince Johnson, he fell off. That means something to do with heart attack. Now, my thing here is because lately we know that the Americans are going to Liberia to praise about the new war and economic code that they need to settle. Is that it could be the pressure now that he felt that this thing is really coming to happen? It's just my own theory here. It could be that pressure that was mounting on him that he about a week ago, I think last week, this is Prince Johnson. He fell on the Holy Bible. Is he praying to God or he's praying to devil or what he trying to do here? Whether he want to be or Jewish?
No, I can't open the Holy Bible and pray to devil. So you're praying to
God. You never know. No, they get wait a minute. You can't see the writing over there. They get a church that worships Satan. So I don't know which of the book he's reading. So
we're not in a position to know who is. Yeah, but
the other thing,
we know that Prince Johnson we know Prince Johnson was a pastor. He had a church, so he wouldn't be reading the book of the devil. But
my man,
what I noticed, if you saw Prince Johnson picture, in that TRC report, even though you're much younger, Prince Johnson was very fat. You were looking plump, but recently, after he started getting aged, he became so different. I mean, there's some old people who can look good, but you're looking like he's not too well.
So what I'm saying here now, that's something I'm leading to live for. Look at
I agree.
I know it, but it's not a Jewish thing that is Jewish. How they call it?
Yeah, but look at this picture here. Look at that picture, and also look at his picture on the TRC report. Let me pull it up too.
No, that's the old age picture here. So
yeah. So
this is the old age picture.
Yeah, but some old age people can look. They can still look good. You see, Joe Walker is old.
Yeah, but so all right. Because when you worrying too, you age quicker. When the pressure is on you, age quicker.
Yeah, but
because they say the Zion. I mean, I try to. Let me finish. Then you come in. The Jewish people. The reason why I'm asking this question because it's the only people, according to their story, that can go and massacre people when they die to go and sit on the right hand side of God. So this picture here, has Prince Johnson been converted to a Jewish person before his death? It's just something I just pick up on where he looked because he wearing the rabbi thing. So what your thoughts?
Well, there's nothing I can say about that because I will not be basing my explanation on any fights or whatever. But you and River says Pro, the caller, you both agree on one thing, which I don't know. That is the one thing the both of you agree on is that with the death of Prince Johnson, there will be no more war crimes court because he was the biggest fish here. There were 2 terrorists in jail, and he was the last one. So does this mean that what Prince Johnson had been saying all along was true? Because Prince Johnson had always been complaining that every time they talk about war crime code, that he the one they're talking about. It's like he the one they're talking about. So are we proving Prince Johnson's statement to be true here? That so the whole war crime
we can say that because what happened in America? it was meaning for him. It was meaning for him because look, the Americans, if you kill them, they don't let you go free. They come after you. Remember the 5 nuns? They were all Americans. So they wanted this guy. They wanted him to face that court. That's why they were pumping money into this Liberia thing. You see? But Liberians being Liberians, because we all the society is kind of intertwined. Everybody family to this. I don't want to hit because they man brought me to power. I don't want to hurt his feeling. All that led to this slow process until today. It didn't happen. And River said Pro is right because he was the big fish. Charles Taylor, the other big fish, is already in jail. Who else? They cannot go for Dawo. Dawo was the darling girl of the West. So she is a financier. When we talking about the financier, is Dawo. They will not go for Dawo. So the War Crime Code will not come to Liberia because they will protect Dawo, who is a financier, until Dawo leave this planet Earth. So that means we will not have the War Crime Code in Liberia. Maybe what our people can do, they should just push for economic crimes. They beat me. We will not have War Crime Code. Everybody go free. They just kill our people free. They rape women free.
Then I will also say, never expect a war in economic crimes code. You go, all of your government officials, from the president down to everybody, will be indicted some kind of way.
So there'll be no economic, exactly. So we won't have it.
Because what I would have thought was that if Prince Johnson was so responsible for all these things, and it was for him that this war crime code was to be established. So why could Uncle Sam had it? Taylor was way in Liberia. George Bush said, let Taylor go. Taylor left. Taylor went to Nigeria. Obasanjo went to the White House and he got a mandate. We want that Taylor. So they had to set Taylor on some kind of way to say, are they running away? By the time he moved from the hall, they grabbed him, they said, you're running away. That was a good way to bring him, to arrest him. Because while he was in sanctuary in Nigeria, they couldn't take him from that home because he was already under protected custody. So the best way to get him was to say, are you running away or go? Run away, you're free now, go. So while he crossed, they grabbed him.
You know, behind that story, it was the British government that wanted Charles Taylor for that celebrity. It was the British government that were pushing it.
Of course.
It was the British that wanted him, and that was the British said we'll host him. We'll pay for it.
Because it's surprising that the River Said project mentioned, it's surprising. Okay, we all follow the Balkan War, okay? Bosnia and Serbia, all these people. Then they grab people like Slobodan Milosevic and Radovan Karadzic, all the guys, they grabbed them and they were in the Hague. But why or Taylor or Yakwalo from way Liberia that Great Britain will say, you're bringing men like keeping it here. So why they kept their own Europeans in the Hague, but they had to take our Yakwalo from Liberia way to 45 in England. You know, all these things, and Taylor always said, when Taylor was rebel leader and then president, he always said that there was something called the New World Order, where the most powerful countries would decide everything. But that's another discussion for one day. But just Prince Johnson. So because we are chronologically, outlining what Prince Johnson did. This Prince Johnson is a military man, fought from the AFL, turned to a rebel, and then fought from the rebel group that he belonged to, and then become his own rebel leader, comes and grab the president of Liberia and kill him, which was their aim, to come and fight the president, to grab him. Because even Taylor himself said it. In one interview, they asked him, what do you really want? He said, we want Taylor to go. I mean, we want Joe to go. What if he doesn't go? We'll kill him. That's a side war. He said, we'll kill him. So Prince Johnson managed to kill Joe. Now, then they see Prince Johnson from military man, rebel, then rebel leader, president killer. Then he turned to politicians. And now when they becoming a politician, he made significant impact to the point where he was kingmaker. So he was in an interview with the AFP news organ, and we will try to play that video for you, where he was like saying he's the guy who can make king. He's a kingmaker, you know. Like, okay, I can I can decide who the people want, and the people want their own leader, but we can decide who they want. So let's see if we can bring that video on so that um, it's very short, very very short. So you don't need to worry about the length. It's very short. But we just want to show how this man metamorphosized from being one thing to another and to another and to another, and then he ended up dying today as a senator. So listen to this. This video is not ours. It's a AFP production.
Morning. Reports from news media or yellow journalists that we don't have a powerful support base is false and misleading. People want to benefit from their resources. People want to have a fair share of the resources. People want to have a say in who governs them in the counties. Instead of appointing in Monrovia and imposing leaders over the people, they want to elect their own people who will account and answer to them. It is only in Liberia the president wants to have solid control over the people, so they therefore appoint leadership over them. This is wrong. We are in a modern area and we want to modernize our politics. No, I don't want to jump the gun. You know, that's my trump card. I hold my trump card.
So the man was a kingmaker. You heard what he said. He has the trump card, and let me just get this thing. Let me just get this thing off the screen, please. So, Paul, you listen to him. What does that sound like to you?
Linford.
Yeah.
Linford.
Yes.
No matter how we all look at Prince Johnson to view him as the bad and ugly. I mean the good and bad.
And the ugly. I just watched that movie a few days ago.
So some gift that he was gifted for Prince Johnson to manage. Nima County is one of the most populated county in Liberia. For he to manage to have Nimbade under his control, Nimbade are smart people, well-educated people, learned people. But how did Prince Johnson manage to hold Nima County as a trump card? Something the gift that he is very gifted. He have that gift. And this is where he was using it to his advantage. I have the trump card. I can make who I want to make president. You can't take that away from him. Now, going before you chime in, the question now remains, he's gone. Who going to step into that first step as that man that to be the Prince Johnson that will hold all Nimbadians together? They were big divide in Nimba. People didn't like not a lot of Nimbadians that love Prince Johnson, but he managed to hold Nimba County as his own personal key or car. See, who's going to do that? You see? So this is interesting now. This is the nation, the county that they go one way, and whoever they go for become president. Is it going to happen? Come 2029? That is the question. And in the next, I can tell you, people now are start gearing up who going to replace Prince Johnson. The death bid is just on the sideline. People now are putting things together. Who going to replace him? Will it now be Jeremiah Kuhn becoming the kingmaker in Nima County, or will it now become Musa Bedete or Nyantua? All of these names. Who going to step into that Prince Johnson full step? This is interesting time, and we're going to see now going forward whether one person able to have to become the trump card for the presidency. That's a debate going forward.
I don't know if you want me to comment on that question.
I want you to please.
Okay, I will try my best. I'm now a specialist on Nima County, but I'm very close with Nima County. So I know how our people act. The first thing I want to debunk that is a myth that a lot of people believe in Liberia is that Prince Johnson was controlling Nima County. No, Prince Johnson was not controlling Nima County. This was a purported idea that he sold out there. And you know, I'll also tell you the reason why it appeared at the time in the past that Prince Johnson actually had a key to Nima County, the political key. But in Nima County, there was a big divide. Along the travel line, we got 3 major tribes in Nima County, or 2 major and some small ones. We got the Gyo, they are dominant. Then we have the Mano, and then we have the B, a small group. Then we have, I think, some Crown people, small group too. And Prince Johnson, coming from the Gyo tribe, had the largest followers. And there are several reasons why a lot of people follow him. Even from the Mano side, too, a lot of people follow him. And one of the reasons is that Prince Johnson was leader of the MPFL. Okay, and I mean the IMPFL. And if you notice, half of the MPFL, the whole MPFL, almost half of them, 90% were people from Nima County. My own rough calculation. And then when Prince Johnson broke away, he took some of those people with him. The rest of the people remain with Taylor. So when this whole thing about Joe trying to wipe out Nima County people were like, okay, we're looking for somebody who will be our you know, as Liberians always do. This is what we do. We never stand to be our own hero. No. A Liberian man will never stand to be his own hero. He will wait for John Paul to come be his hero. Even if his house is on fire, he will not look for water to put it on. He will wait for his hero to come to put a fire off. So the Nima County people were looking for somebody. And all of a sudden, Charles and Prince Johnson came, and Prince Johnson had to take his portion of the Nima group from the NPFL, and they all came and they did what they had to do. So these people that all loyalty to Prince Johnson, to the point where when they even talk about taking war crimes school coming, Prince Johnson will go and tell people, say, no, listen. And it's very simple to do that because, number one, most of the boys that fought the war from Nima County, they are my own people. I'm not from Nima, but my great-grandparents came from Nima. So I'm from Bon County. But we are related. So I know how to do the thing. Prince Johnson will go and tell them, say, no, listen, and people, most of them were not educated. They were young boys, just from the villages, and they came. In fact, the message they preach at that time, when people that Prince Johnson now preach is that they were saying, now to say, come and kill all of you. So you cannot go. See how they, tell me, you think how the NPFL swear? Jeff, within 1 month time, they swear. They were a big organization. The message was simple. Those say come and wipe the whole Nima County. You kill everybody. So you cannot go. Everybody say, okay, we'll go in. And like you said, the people, where one person go, where their leader go, everybody will go. They just grab our ends. So they all follow Prince Johnson. And then after Prince Johnson became senator, he was influencing them, even building university. Going and meeting with people. One thing I like about Prince Johnson, you're always with people, you meet them. Because he knew, if you listen to that short video, he said it's power base. Power base. You know what I mean? Okay? Like myself here, I got power band. So when I go somewhere, it's that. When the party getting low, I go and load it from the power base. So Prince Johnson convinced these people that they come and take me home. They want me to go to war crime school. When they go, whatever will happen, they yell at you, they say that they want, but they want all of you. So he will always intimidate the boys, the people. And the people will believe it. Giving their past experience with door, they will believe it. So they say, yeah, that man looking up to. So Prince Johnson kind of used the fear tactic in the people somehow. That by the time they grab me, out your hair, I want Hollywood fashion and you'll join me. When they catch me, what do you think will happen to you? You see it? Simple. So they say, but it's not talking, I think that's true. Then on the other hand, Chancellor who was the big man, he in jail. So all the body became hopeless. He said, but the other men did not care him. So that only one man now, and even though all of him for him, some of those of us now, even fighting for MPF, let go to a SATU. You see, so this is how Prince Johnson was ruling these people. But not that Prince Johnson he didn't pay any magic. Number one, Prince Johnson is not educated more than all the Nima people. Number two, Prince Johnson is now a real politician, seasoned politician. So he used fear tactics. This is a military man, so he knows, how to intimidate somebody to subdue them. So yes, it may appear that this guy had a key to Nima, but it wasn't so. He had influence, but it wasn't so.
So therefore, evident to that, he brought in Ellen as president. He brought George Weah as president.
No, I'm not denying that, Paul.
Yeah, so that's I think that's what the people said. He was key to Nima.
Listen to the reason I gave you now. He goes and intimidates these people, so the people follow him. In fact, when they made senator the first time now, a Prince Johnson had not won the first senatorial seat, or ever he had not won any position in Nima country. You think you have influence over the people? No, but because he won as senator, and then he used that time to intimidate the people peacefully and tell them, so I'm your leader. This is whoever had election for Prince Johnson in Nima country to say you are our leader. Whoever, I never heard that.
No, it never happened. So let me put this one there, because we have people that Adolfo Dodo that also fought, and he's still around. He's in Nima. So there will be senatorial election. So if people that Adolfo Dodo then put their hand in the ring, they win too, they can still use Prince Johnson 30, and people will go.
Adolfo Dodo was senator once. In fact,
he was senator once. Yeah. So he now win, then he will use the same Prince Johnson 30 that look, because after the war too, they want me as Nima. So I'm just saying who become the next person.
It may seem very probable. It may look like it can happen. But I will tell you also, Prince Johnson had a special charisma, and Adolfo, I know Adolfo very, very well. Adolfo is sound, a very cool guy, and very friendly guy. He's a going guy. So I don't think Adolfo will go and assert himself on the people and say, "Oh, I'm your next leader." And he just will address that in totality. You ask who is going to replace or step in the shoes of Nima Kante, or Prince Johnson in Nima Kante. Trust me, and mark my word as of tonight, trust me, not in you and myself lifetime, it's not going to happen. Nobody's going to go and impose himself on the people of Nima Kante as Prince Johnson did. Trust me, I'm telling you, quote me. I'm telling you, if it happens, prove me wrong. But I'm telling you that it's not going to happen. Because number one, I don't see anybody in Nima who's going to play that kind of fear tactic into the people, instill that kind of fear tactic into the people's mind. You see, that I'm the only person that already depending on. Like I said, the era of councils in Nima, all the errors, the people, the zone, all the people, everybody in Nima, nobody ever appointed Prince Johnson, say you are our head. No, Prince Johnson imposed himself on the people. And all that he was doing it mostly in the Kyo era. He can't carry the Nima era. That's why he and even people like Taiwan there and all the other people could not agree. Because, he saw them as threat, because they would not bow easily to him. So he saw people who did not agree with him in Nima. He will always see them as threat. That's why his real strong base was the Kyo era, because they will follow him automatically. But I don't think, in you and myself lifetime now, I don't think there is going to be somebody who will assert himself and impose himself on the people of Nima Kante like Prince Johnson did. It's not going to happen. Somebody may try, but they may not have that.
So now that would make 2029 a very interesting time. Those who are going to run for president, because they won't have this guy now who the kingmaker, he's no longer around. So that's an open playing field. So this is why it's going to be very interesting come 2029.
Yeah,
wow.
It's going to be interesting because that notion that Prince Johnson had the people of Nima Kante in one big bundle on a hay. So when he goes to all of them go, when he fall down the fall, when he wake up, that was a big myth, that big lie. And it kind of worked on the people psychologically. Some people say, okay, okay, the way everybody's saying the thing and the way Prince Johnson saying it, so I think, it's true. So, that all it's very easy to convince people like that. That, imagine if I had children, I'm in Nima Kante, my boys or my children, my girls, everybody saying that, I say, the Prince Johnson man, that only man will go, that man. They will run into my children's hair. So they say, oh, I'll pass it. See, so it worked for him, but I don't see, like I said, let me repeat again. I don't see anybody now going to, impose himself in that position, impose on the people and say, look, I am your leader. Prince Johnson will always say, I am the godfather. Who made you the godfather on Nima County? Yes, the people accepted you, they voted for you, but that didn't mean that you were. So, and again,
So,
in the town
Linford,
of
I want
Biafra,
us to take
one Ahmed Akin.
Yeah, I want us to take a short break about the diaspora visit to Liberia, and then we'll come back and have a go on and call names as if of potential successor from the late Prince Johnson. So I don't know, we can come up with a few names that we think, or maybe Jeremiah could may be
Yeah, we can come up with some names, but
influence on this. So something we can talk about, ask our viewer to chime into. So for those of you that are going to Liberia for the Christmas break, there's a lot of activities will be happening according to the diaspora. So this is a quick view of you all that have already bought your ticket for Liberia. This is a short clip to encourage all of you to visit Mama Liberia.
Hey, yo, LB,
We outside.
Diaspora Liberian Annual Return 2024 is going to be December 1st to the 31st.
We are calling on all Liberians in the diaspora to come home to celebrate the Diaspora Liberia Annual Return.
It's an amazing adventure. Come and eat your favorite tabagi, your pan butter, your beans, the cassava leaf. Guys, visit Liberia, come and experience some of the amazing tourist destination we have here.
And it's all about our culture and tourism.
That's it.
If you don't hear about our culture and tourism before,
This is also a call to all diaspora Liberians to be here in Liberia in December specifically. We are encouraging everybody to be a part of this wonderful program as we celebrate our heritage and our annual return.
we outside.
It's going to be so great. So come visit Liberia and let's tour this beautiful country together. See ya.
Oh, sweet Liberia, Zach and Jiba. We grew up with Zach and Jiba. The music will take you back down the lane. So, Linford, to our viewers that follow us for the first time, kindly click on the like button. Whenever it comes on, you'll be notified. We'll come on every Tuesday and Friday. Today is just a special edition because of the death of Prince Johnson, the controversial Prince Johnson, to talk about him. And we also will love your comment that wherever you put that, we'll discuss it as well. So to our viewer, the question goes to you all. Who will succeed Prince Johnson? There are a few names. Musa Bidete, Ta Womwe, Ida Gonglo Red, Linford, are your own names. Those are names that are popping up.
well, like I said, for now, I really cannot count on anybody who.
No, just come up with a name. That's anyone you think that's capable of running for Nima. I know like people that
Okay. I'll throw in. Edith Gonglo was a very strong contender to Prince Johnson, so I can count her in. I can also count in Vice President Jeremiah Kun. And the reason why I will count him in for senatorial post for Nima County, a lot of people will say, why you think the man will become a vote vice president and he can't be senator? Jeremiah Kun does not stand a chance.
That's a very interesting topic. Bring it on. How's that going to work?
Yeah, he does not stand from a view, he does not stand a chance in a unity party. And he's not a unity party,
No, he is a unity partisan.
Yeah. Today I was reading somewhere where somebody said Jeremiah, in fact, like people they quit to create conspiracy theory, right? They say, oh, that Jeremiah couldn't then all beyond the public death, Prince Johnson death, because just I think yesterday or Tuesday, he said he was not member of the MDR, Prince Johnson's party.
That's true.
Yeah, and so people believe that all that one can get it probably heartbreak, you know, and that. But in my view, I mean, I'm just giving my view. I may not be right though, but I don't think Jeremiah Kun will stand any chance uh, to survive the the woe of the Unity Party people when you will be having strong people already there. You know, people like in California all around, a lot of people, you know. But knowing the Unity Party people, I don't think he will have a chance. He will even survive the 6 years, you know, as vice president. So if I were him, I would settle for
So
uh,
that
the,
means
the
he
senatorial
want him
post.
to resign and then contest the senatorial post. Wow, that
Oh,
would be interesting. I doubt he will do that. But then on the other side, I think Musa ability stand a chance here to become senator because he can leave as representative, go and contest. If he does not win, he come out to be representative. He could be another one
yeah,
to look.
yeah. I mean,
You know,
you can rule out people though. You know, I think it's possible. It's nothing is impossible. It's possible that honorability can go and and run.
yes, that's an open field because no Tar ran with Edith. Edith is there. Tar is there. Musa ability is there. There's another person that ran against was what who there's two people that ran for Jeremiah Kun's seat.
Mhm.
Yeah, those two, the guy that was defeated, he also there. So we have a 5 person here. It could be force that field. It could be crowded with over 10 person contesting for that post.
Yeah. So,
You see what I mean?
but you see, again, like I said, Paul, you know, we can't rule out anything, yo. Anybody can
Yeah.
be anybody, you know. These guys, they all stand, like you say, it'll be an open field. Everybody stand a chance. And so while the field will be open, we would like to see who all want to put in their hat. And because for all we'll be the spectators, right?
Yeah.
So now that
So,
we got
Leaford, you mentioned something here. You said
mm,
you want Jeremiah Kuhn to run. If Jeremiah Kuhn now become the successor of Prince Johnson to be the kingmaker for people that he put somebody hand up in Nima County, the person who win that senatorial seat. You don't see Jeremiah Kuhn playing that role as well?
no, but you mean when he himself running or
When he's not running, you don't think he's the one that could say, okay, I picked either hand and that either I want. Then the people jump behind either and vote for. You don't think that possible?
okay, let me ask you again. Then I'll answer your question. What will he be? Will he be vice president or will he be ordinary citizen and then just try to play
He's
out?
the vice president for the position, the Prince Johnson position from today. The how they call it, the chief clerk of the Senate will announce to the Republic that there's a vacant in the House. So in the next 3 months, there'll be so when he resigned to go run to be senator.
Oh yeah, okay. If that question you're asking, then I will advise him to do that. That I will advise Jeremiah Kun to do that because no, and the reason why I will advise him to do that is simple. He was close to Prince Johnson, even though he denied that he's not part of MDR, but he was close to Prince Johnson. And it was Prince Johnson that recommended him to become vice president. Initially, Baka would not have chosen him to be vice president, but Baka danced with the devil simply because he wanted Nima County. Now, the big devil is dead. So, the devil baby remain. The devil baby, Baka will not be afraid of the devil baby because he can control it. You see, number one, he's number two met with him. And like I said, this guy is now an original member of the Unity Party. So if I were him, I will go into my comfort zone, everywhere, the place where I know I can turn around, which is Nima County, to be senator. Say, no, okay, I'm resigning as vice president. I want to be senator. Because that's a position that will be sure for him come 2029. In the first place, the Unity Party is not even sure of winning any election in 2029. So why would Jeremiah Kun want to gamble his future with a Unity Party that is performing so dismally that does not show any sign of even going going anywhere, any round in the election, come 2029. Everybody can see that clearly. So why we want to gamble his future? So I would have resigned before even the year end and go run for that seat in Nima County and win it, and I'll relax for 9 years. Okay, fresh 9 years where nobody's contending with me, and then why I'm there.
That's a good thing. You know that happening for they made the position in here.
That's it. For me, Paul, I need to be frank. For me, that's what I would do. As a wise man, that's what I would do. Because the vice president position is just nominal for him. He's not, doing anything though, except for going all around the place and whatever.
Therefore, the man one step to the presidency. You never know as we get older, like Prince Johnson example. He was 72 years old, and then you get 80. Joseph Parker will be 80 tomorrow. Happy pre-birthday to him. So Jeremiah what? He just turned 40, 45 or 42. He stay a young person. So
finally, what got age not changed now?
Tomorrow he'll be 80.
Yeah, because they only been 79 from 2017 to now. He just been 79. So I thought
so tomorrow now you'll be 80.
Okay, happy pre-birthday, Mr. President, from the Portland, Liberia. This is the program that brings you the issues as they unfold, and we discuss the issues from top to bottom. But Paul, there is something you've been playing this advert or this jingle about the return of the diaspora Liberians, from all over the world, and we from Europe here, we play our part. Some people coming from Europe to go to, but we play our part. That is helping the government to promote this thing pro bono. We are doing it free, because we are Liberians, and that's why we are doing it. And so, for those of you in Europe or anywhere around the world watching us that want to go to Liberia, I understand the program will be opening December the 1st. So, and it's going to be the whole month of December. So, if you can't be there the 1st, you can be there the 2nd, counting the days until the last day. And there's going to be a lot of tours. There will be touring places. They will be going to historic places like the Patawi Waterfall. They'll be going to the Bushra Island, the Johnson Street Bridge, that bridge down there. Under there, they used to have cultural center. Then they'll visit a lot of places. They'll visit a lot of counties, the Grand Kimok, Bapulos, other places. So if you're thinking about going, you can go. But we just want to play our part by helping them to promote it. So we take this short break and we'll come back in, Paul. And the topic is interesting tonight. Come on. Something is happening.
You want me to roll it?
Yeah, I think you can roll it from your end because I have a different function actually.
You want me to roll it?
Yeah, roll it.
Okay, because until that's sorted, then let's
Hey yo, LB,
we outside.
Diaspora Liberian Annual Return 2024 is going to be December 1st to the 31st.
We are calling on all Liberians in the diaspora to come home to celebrate the Diaspora Liberia Annual Return.
It's an amazing adventure. Come and eat your favorite tabagi, your pan butter, your beans, the cassava leaf. Guys, visit Liberia, come and experience some of the amazing tourist destination we have here.
And it's all about our culture and tourism.
That's it.
If you don't hear about our culture and tourism before,
This is also a call to all diaspora Liberians to be here in Liberia in December specifically. We are encouraging everybody to be a part of this wonderful program as we celebrate our heritage and our annual return.
We outside.
It's going to be so great. So come visit Liberia and let's tour this beautiful country together. See ya.
Okay, well, I actually have I actually have a different version of it. This was done. I don't know,
Right.
but we play it. I got it right. I got it set already. We'll play it later on before we go, and that's how we can contribute to this all important event. Back to General. Okay, yeah, General Prince Johnson. Even if I call him like that, I'm not wrong still. And then Senator Prince Johnson and Nima County Godfather Prince Johnson and former EFL Army Officer Prince Johnson, former. No, Prince Johnson was controversial, and like somebody said, yeah, he was the good, the bad, and the ugly. But the question here is, when he's good to one person, he will be bad to the other person. When he's beautiful to somebody else, he will be ugly to the other person. So Prince Johnson is no more, and there are a lot of things that people are thinking about. And one of the video that I wanted to share, but we don't have much time for that, is when I saw people crying. I mean, people running left, right from outside with speed and just dashing themselves on the floor of Prince Johnson house, rolling men. Vice President Kun went there. He was trying to play man, but all of a sudden the brother burst up and started loud. I mean, crying. So I was like, but this man is supposed to be the man who everybody wants him to go to the war crime school for committing heinous crimes against humanity. They always say that people are crying for him. So then my mind started to run. What if the day, God forbid, or I mean, he would die? Churchill will say that. So now I hear people say, "Oh, God forbid, a person will all die." Once the only way you will not die is you were not born. But once I was born, I would die. So the day Churchill die, God forbid, let me put that part there. How is it going to be if Prince Johnson death can be like this? What about the man who brought war? And this man won, turned around right after the war was over. In the first general election, he won a landslide victory in Liberia. What about the day, God forbid, he dies? Will it be something like what we are seeing with Prince Johnson? Paul, what do you think?
I think it'll be more than Prince Johnson.
Why do you think so? This is a man who brought war.
Yeah, today if you travel to Liberia and people will tell you, say, they prefer Prince Johnson leadership. So that's just tell you.
Say Chancellor.
I mean, Charles Taylor, they prefer Charles Taylor leadership. Up to now, they will say, hey, a Charles Taylor here, that Papi was too correct. Papi was not me. Papi was not this. Papi was not that. They still talk good thing about him with all the war. So I think it will be Charles Taylor, it will be bigger than Prince Johnson. Trust me. That's yeah.
Yeah, so then I get confused. So what type of people are Liberians? Because
that's a good question.
Yeah, what type of people are Liberians? These are people who people saw as some of the most wicked people, and that correctly so saying, because I don't want to downplay the reason why people believe that these people were wicked. They brought war, okay? They brought war, and people died. But then at the same time, when these people, something happened to them, people go crying like this. So then it leaves a lot of questions than answer.
Look, Linfa, Liberia is a country that believe in handout. Prince Johnson was raking taxpayer money and living large. He was a very rich man. Based on the Liberia standard, Prince Johnson was a millionaire, one of the richest people.
Yeah.
Prince Johnson, those people you saw crying, we all said projects and they were acting. Those are people that were getting $20 from Prince Johnson when a child sick, he would give them money to take them to hospital. So they saw him as their savior. This is the Liberia. And I spoke to somebody in Liberia while in Liberia, said, look, somebody said Charles Taylor was not me. With all of this thing, when Charles Taylor hear this, he will come and look after people. So people still have that in them. So it is why it is in Liberia, because the society is a handout society. They believe people who help them that they're savior. That's why you see people are crying today, because they're not going to get that anymore. He's gone. Lecturing went to university free from him.
Yeah.
So you see,
And,
that's what it is.
there was this young man the camera was focusing on, and the guy was like, hey, you're selling fana. You're just being the public every day, walk around, you're selling fana. You're bringing your walk around goodness. So, like I was saying, and a lot of people were made to believe, probably from just listening or probably by Prince Johnson spreading, propaganda that this war crime is not only coming for you, coming for everybody. Quoting Samuel Doe, let Samuel Doe, time trap is not for one man or it's not for rat alone. So, it ran down people's mind. And this boy was like, the war crimes quoting, at least, okay, hey, not that, you're bringing your war crimes code now, so there were mixed reaction. But one of the interesting thing I saw was that, there were people who were point blank on our life. There were people who were bitter against Prince Johnson, even though he's dead, but they were saying, even wishing that his spirit could die. Okay? While people were killing themselves, crying for him, there were people who were still bitter, even though the man is dead, but they still feel that death for him is not enough. If there were anything else beyond death, it should happen to him.
That's true, because what happened if you was a little boy and Prince Johnson shot your dad in front of you, and that child didn't get justice, the person will feel like that, Linford. That's how the country is now. The country is bitter. So you get the other people now crying that he helped. The other people that were victimized by him, they are really down that, we didn't get justice. They made our taxpayer money free. He lived good life after all the bad thing he did. They rewarded him with a senatorial seat. This guy, he got away with it, laughing, and Prince Johnson will be smiling in his grave. Yes, I did what I wanted to do. And he may sit on the right hand side of God, because that's what they say when you repent. That's what the Bible tells us. So you never know. We can't judge him. So it's the bittersweet Prince Johnson we're talking about. But so that devil that Joseph Barker talking about, the devil is no longer around. So maybe come 2029, they will find a new devil that they will dance with. So wait to see for who become that new devil that they will dance with in 2029. And this
Maybe
is where
the devil baby will still be with him. So, so that's it.
Yeah.
But what we'll soon be wrapping up. So I want us to play the art again, so that our people will know about this.
So before you play it,
I got it set. I'll play it. Yeah, I got it set. I can play it for myself. Huh?
Yeah, before you play it, to our viewer, we're back here tomorrow. Is our official day for podcast, and we'll be bringing the latest news tomorrow, including the Prince Johnson, what's happening. But we'll look at the Supreme Court. They should have come out with a ruling. Maybe it might be tomorrow, but since Prince Johnson has passed, so probably they might do it on Tuesday. So we want to know what's going on.
Yeah, talking about the Supreme Court, or talking about the passing of Prince Johnson, a lot of things have been happening in recent time while the court case is hanging. And the superintendent of Grand Bassa County died, and then today she was laid to rest. I think the president was there, and then and guess what? The funny thing, it's sad, but again funny. The majority, the so-called majority black, they all went to, all of them, they drove to Buchanan, right? None of them left behind. Yeah, they went to Buchanan for the burial. Then the Funatico Falconer group, they went to sympathize with Prince Johnson family.
Look, the country is not a serious country, because for serious country, even vice president that if they need to have session going on for the people, after that you can go sympathize. They have to go to work. Yeah, but the whole country cannot shut down for one superintendent business that they didn't go to session. It doesn't make sense.
The funny thing about it is that this superintendent is not part of the legislature. It's not senator. Exactly. Okay, so you leave your work, then you go to bury senator. How you call it, superintendent.
Superintendent, yeah.
Yeah, even you are supposed to have session, you call off the session for that. But again, probably, and this is the government, they say the other one can interfere in the other one business. When a good thing, they all go there. But when a thing that against their interest, they say no, you're not so looking there. But anyway, this is like
So
the process will
tomorrow
be
will be dive into that tomorrow.
Yeah.
How unserious are these people? That will be our topic. Why do we elect people that are very unserious? Is it if the Supreme Court come up with a ruling against the majority bloc, will the executive state use money to remove fanatic Kofa? That is the question for tomorrow. So join us tomorrow the same time. We will be here, we'll be fine, we'll be looking at other story. And we'll also talk about what is going on in Israel and the Palestine. This is funny. There's a ceasefire, but then that ceasefire is a fragile ceasefire. So we'll be dive into that tomorrow. And then today we'll learn again what Russia did. They brought all the power stations down in Ukraine. So the people sleeping with no light. What is going on in the war? So we'll dive into it. And what NATO is thinking, what they're going to do is winter time.
We are working the thin thread line of life, you know. Any crazy man can wake up one morning and do what they want to do. But let's play this video again to remind as a reminder for people who want to attend the Diaspora Liberia Conference come December 1. So the time is very close. If you haven't bought your ticket, or if you already set to travel, just be packing your load. You know, Liberia is very warm, so carry some light clothing, and there will be a lot of trips. So carry your good sneakers and carry your water bottles and whatever. So we will play it one more time, and then we'll be leaving the stage to come back tomorrow. Wow, no sound.
You click on the sound at the
top. Yeah. Hello, Liberia. My name is May Louisa Nuahill. I'm the Assistant Minister for New Media and National Branding at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism. I'm here to talk to you about Diaspora Liberian Annual Return Event 2024. This event has been organized by the government of Liberia in partnership with the private sector. We are coming out this December to celebrate our rich culture and heritage. We are coming out to promote Liberia and all that Liberia has to offer. We are saying to you as a government, come home, come back and embrace your roots. President Boyka and the people of Liberia, we are calling all Liberians in the diaspora, whether you are in the Americas, Asia, Canada, Europe, any part of Africa, wherever it is you are in this world, come back to Liberia and be a part of the nation building process. We are saying, come back home. Come home, let's speak small Kolokwana. Bring the children home. Let's play Nafo, let's play Husker. It's been a while since we visited Liberia. Come and see what is happening. A lot of amazing things are going on in the country. Come, let's visit the Nima Eco Lodge. Let's go to Cape Mine, sir. Come, let's go to Grand Bazaar and swallow fufu. When last you ate that tobaki, that organic tobaki from Lofa? Come home, let's go to Maryland and eat the palm butter. We are calling on all Liberians to come home, let's celebrate. We have investment conference going on. We will have a One Liberia March. We'll have a peace and reconciliation dialogue where the diaspora community, we know you have your concerns and we too will have our concerns, where we can sit and dialogue and talk about everything that is going on in Liberia and how we can fix this country. The slogan is LIB, we outside. President Boyka is saying, we outside. I am saying to you, we outside this December. Every Liberian is saying to you, we outside.
Okay, Paul, that was it. From my end, I want to say thank you to all of our viewers because it was interesting that we came on, or we didn't notify you as usual. And today is now our official day to come on. But like we always say, we come on Tuesdays and Fridays. But whenever any important thing happen, and then we see the need to come out, we'll come out. The new theme now in Liberia is we are coming out. So we are coming out tomorrow. And we'll be looking at the lecture. Also, we'll be looking at other events, and hopefully, there might be some developments. You know, from the Supreme Court, there might be some development with the death of Prince Johnson, even though no development, like he will come back to life, no. But probably what would it cause, the medical side of it and all stuff. But in the meantime, on behalf of the Bottom Line Liberia, we extend our condolences to the bereaved family, as well as the people of Nima County and the Honorable House of Senate. Like no matter what Prince Johnson was, his controversies, all of his baggages, he was still one of us. and when one of us goes, it hurts each and every one of us. I believe in the American cliche, like you take one, you take all. So, we sympathize with him, and may God bless his soul. Paul?
Yeah, thank you, Linford. It was a good show today, and thanks to our viewer. We like the comments that you got. Your participation was good. We're back here tomorrow. We'll be diving into more details from the newspaper clip. The story that happening in Liberia tomorrow will come with full details tomorrow to explain how we see it, how we understand it, and present it to the team. And we'll kindly ask you all to kindly share our show, and we want to ask you, appeal to all of our viewers, help us to grow the platform. The first platform we had, it was hacked by Indians, so we have over 16,000 viewers on that one, and this one is the new one we created, so we want you to help us to grow this one. So yes, tomorrow be back. I want to say to the people of Nima and Prince Johnson family, our condolences from Bottom Line, and those people that were hurt by Prince Johnson. For some reason, you didn't get justice, but just take comfort. That is encouraged. Maybe that's how God wanted it. So it is where it is, and you pray. Maybe there might be a war crime code for those people who funded the war that brought people like Prince Johnson into play. They pay the price for what he did. So on that note, I'll say good night to our audience, and we shall be back here at the same time tomorrow. That is 8 o'clock Liberian time, 9 p.m. Central European time, which will be the same 8 p.m. UK time. So we'll be back here tomorrow. So on to say goodbye will end. You see, when people are crying, sometimes you need to play something to relax them. So there's a new Liberian music in town, and I just want you people to subscribe to the young Liberian artist. He made a very, very good music too. It's called In Your Show by King Dennis.
R.I.A. DJ Summer.
Ain't get back and stand, let me enjoy myself. We not in competition while you getting there. Simple life we living, see and getting there. I'm tired helping people, let me help myself. I now want wake up one money and see myself in great. And people be enjoying all the money that I made. So I don't put myself first. And I know about you, I put myself first. Life is too short, so let me enjoy myself. The place you're looking at, let me come for myself. The way we enjoying, I know you're getting there. Even may you vex, and never hang there. So if you hear a show, allow me in my show. If you hear a show, allow me in my show. If you hear a show, allow me in my show. I want time to go, I tell you in my show and go.
So my money got data, I need that and pray. The next thing on my mind, yeah, killing me. Fresh out the crib, I make all the pay. I ain't rust on the street, I'll be calling. Get my share, get my junk, get my scoby. Get me sabu and I want kubi. I'll be lucky and all that doobie or rabbit and you on my mind like QB. I don't there's no movement in level. Use everything for instrument. But I know say the level and I'm looking at school and get nothing except for instrument. Now I'm calling don't go there payment. In my community, I ain't coming. I don't bomb on and farm water, bomb on and water, I can give me the bomb and treatment. So you're sure that me for the whole TV. And show my TV, let's say I win TV. Now where you from and you know TV? Where you stay, you know TV. You didn't show where they do all my people that you didn't show that going wrong.